go live. Okay. Good thing I've got a little ring light here to light my face. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody there? Is this starting? Okay. Well, we got the little guy above. Let's do that. Better? Is that better? Oh, we need to move our screen over a teeny tad. Teeny tatty tad. To do that. There we go. Screen has been moved. All this stuff needs to get out of the way. I have no idea if I'm actually live or not. If somebody could post, can you hear me? Anybody there? This has a share screen option? What's share mean? Nope. I didn't know this had a share screen option. So, hello, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me something. Kent, I'm going live now. I told you 2 o'clock. Hopefully people will start showing up soon. I'll just hang out here for a little bit and get organized. So how's everybody doing? How is my community doing? That's what I'm here to find out and to see how can I best serve community. That's why I'm here. That's why I decided to come here with the original Waterweight tarot cards to play with today. We're going to be playing with these. I'm going to give these a shuffle up, I guess, while I wait for anybody to show up. For anybody who's just randomly finding a live stream that they wanted to tune into or just popping in, my name is Beth Hansen. I am a visual artist and true sidereal astrologist. And today we are going to be covering all the fun things that are happening in March. And my dog is so squeaky about it. So I am just going to keep on keeping on here, and hopefully you can hear me okay. Is the volume okay for you guys? Do I need to adjust the volume on my little microphone? And I still don't see anybody there, but maybe somebody will show up. So that would be neat. I like it when people show up to my streams. Kent, are you going to be working in there during this?
I'm working in here, yes.
Well, there's a what? So anyway, this is live. I can't cut that out. So maybe I can download it and upload it back up later. I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and start in with about today, which is all the gorgeous stuff about March, magical March. Now, we just had our full moon in Aquarius. Not new full moon, but new moon in Aquarius. And wow. So we're going to take a look and see at where things are at. So, like I said, the new moon was in, here's the sun, here's the moon, new moon in Aquarius. And let's just take a look and see what this month's transits have to offer us. Okay. The end of March. because there's a lot going on. There's the lunar eclipse followed by the solar eclipse. Lunar eclipse that will be happening. Let me just get my graph up. Okay. So there's a lot going on here. Lunar eclipse will be happening on I know it'll be happening March 14th. 2025. Yep. So Venus basically stationed retrograde here. And will continue in retrograde for a while. Hold on a second. Let me find my cheat sheet. Is anybody here yet to hear the whiny dog? Because I've got a whiny dog. If anybody wants to know, I do in fact have a whiny dog and really weird looking skin because I was putting on makeup in the dark, like you do when you're doing this sort of thing. So if anybody doesn't show up within the next 10 minutes or so, I am going to call it. I'm not going to sit here and try and do a live stream for people who aren't showing up. Maybe I'll just go ahead and just pull the cards for everybody. I wanted to do Reiki for community. I wanted to do all these other things. So there's a little bit of a bell for you. So let's just get right into tarot, which is what I have the most experience at. So we're going to start with Aries. For our Aries signs for the month of March, the thing that you need to pay the most attention to shuffled and we're just going to go down the line. Aries. Dear Aries, we've got the 9 of Cups for you. We have your fire sign in a place of feeling some emotional fulfillment, a little bit of anticipation for what comes next, wanting to, get that last cup filled, that number 10, to complete a cycle. So emotionally, you're doing really well. You might be going to a little bit of an extreme, but it's all in a happy place right now for you for the month of March. With everything that's going on, that is a good place to start out the month. Today is March 1st, and I would say that Aries fire, this is time to take action on anything to do with family gatherings and making sure that everybody's cups get filled this month, including your own. Be proactive because you're an Aries and you're super, super proactive. Next, we have Taurus. This is all about stillness, and this can be your rising sign. Or I just have to ask my brother to please let my dog outside right now because Kent, are you able to let her out, or do I have to get up in the middle of a live stream on YouTube and do it?
Let her out.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be very long because nobody is showing up that I can see. Nobody's here, so it'll be a long time before I do another live stream. I can tell you that much. Okay, your reading for. Okay, so we just did. We were doing Taurus. Oh, so Aries, Taurus. Taurus is the Four of Swords. So this is a time for you to do your self-care, your stillness, your spiritual stuff, meditate, pray. Taurus, this is okay. Stillness is your jam, but do it in a spiritual way. Do not binge out on Netflix or anything like that. Don't binge out on anything, but stay balanced, stay spiritual, do your self-care, spend time in nature, spend time in sacred space, whether it's nature, whether it's a room in your house, whether it's time at your altar. Every day this month, spend time for sacred space. So these are just little reminders of things that you can do every day, just one thing every day, just like Aries is to make sure their cups are full and that they're ready to receive love and caring from others. Taurus, your job is to make sure your spiritual cup is full and that you find the rest you need, the quiet, the stillness that you need. Shut everything off. This is a great time to make sure you have a daily or weekly time where you are completely off screen and in nature or with family or with pets or by yourself in solitude in a sacred space. Okay. So that's what we have for Taurus for the month of March. So what comes after Taurus? Gemini. Gemini, this is for you to be aware of drama and too many cooks in the kitchen. And I'm trying not to have it too shiny. Yep, that's the three, the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords for Gemini. And that's a really painful place to be in. It's one too many people. Somebody is trying to gum up the works. So each day, be mindful of the things you say. This is eclipse month. This is a major thing. So we're going to be mindful of what people say. We're going to pay attention to what's going on in the world, but we're not going to do it in such a way that it breaks our hearts. Okay? So for you, I would say now is a good time to really, really curtail any interaction on social media, especially because things could get said that can't be unsaid. Okay. And also keep the news to an absolute minimum or go without it if you feel that is the best thing for your mental health, because there is chaos in the news and there's a lot of stabby heart things for people in the news. So we don't want you to experience stabby heart. We want you to acknowledge when things become difficult and take the time to yourself to heal from any hurts that you may have. And watch out for the people who are closest to you as well, to make sure that they are taking time out for themselves and that they're communicating effectively. It's better to stay silent than to say the wrong thing, and just say, hey, I don't know what to say in this situation, but I love you and I want what's best for you, and move on from there. And this is going to be every day of the month. Again, this is a meditation on the Three of Swords, on how you use your words and how your relationships are going and how mentally you are going. So, connect with your spirit guides, because in this particular deck, it shows rainy clouds. Well, rainy clouds, sometimes it's washing away what needs to be washed away and letting go. It is a cleansing, okay? So keep with that in mind, that things will be cleansed. And I should move this over here where it's a little bit more not in the way. Okay, so that was Gemini. Now we have our Cancers. We've got our Cancers with the Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands is here to say, hey, Cancer, you have the power. You have the ability to create what you want from your will right now. This is a strong month for you, Cancers, because you are naturally nurturing and caring. Now is the time for you to stand up for community and be a leader in caring, in nurturing. This is what you're being called to do for March. And I have a very strong, strong feeling about that for you. And I've only been reading the tarot for 30 years now, so you can listen to me or not. It's up to you. This is my relationship with the tarot, and this is my relationship with you as a viewer. Is there anybody here? Oh, ma'am, when will I get married to my boyfriend? Please tell me, ma'am. I don't know the answer to that, CS aspirants. What I'm doing here is just go ahead and look at your sign and find out what it is you really, you know, um, so whatever your sign is, either sun sign, and listen to what I'm saying here. I've already done um, Aries and Taurus and Cancer. I will post this once it's done. And then here we have what comes after Cancer? Leo. Leo is taking on a lot of responsibility, which is a little unusual for Leo. So, and I think it might be just a lot of creativity that's coming to the fore now that Mars has gone direct. So, Leo, I just want you to know that you don't have to carry it all on your own. You can share the creativity. Um, Pick the one that makes you stand out the most first. And from there, you can decide if you want to delegate the other 9 or if you want to take them piecemeal. You don't have to carry all your creative instincts and all your creative projects at once. Um, do what fires you up. As a Leo, you know what fires you up. And with this March, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for creating in incremental ways. If you're aligning by the moon, then we've got those portal points of the eclipse. The first one is going to be at the same time as Mercury retrograde on the 14th. That can be a great time for springing into action, for creating something that is going to be very reflective and supportive, something that requires reflection, whether it's painting or writing music or time alone. Listen for that download from Mercury during that Mercury retrograde. All right. So that is what the 10 of Wands is all about for our Leo. So that's fire and fire. So you should be fairly comfortable with Wands. Oh, that's not there. This is here. Okay. Next we have, so after Leo, we have Virgo. So Virgo is going to be all about finding balance in things, trying to make a decision. So she's on the edge of water holding 2 swords, blindfolded with a waxing moon behind her. So this is telling me that, especially like around the first part of this month, this about from now to the 7th of March, you're going to be asked to make a decision. And Virgo, you like to make things as perfectly as you want, including decisions. But use your higher mind, which you are very good at, because even though you're an earth sign, you have air as your ruler with Mercury. And that means you do have that intuitive ability. You don't have to make, this is not a decision to be made by logic. This is not a decision to be made by need. This is intuition. Okay, I keep getting this from CS aspirants. I can't tell you that. Only you and your prospective partner can tell you when you will get married. So unless you can share with me your zodiac sign, I can tell you what the zodiac sign has for you this month based on the tarot and what the main theme for the month will be for you. Okay? So I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. with my one person here who I have no idea who this is. Jyoti Prakash. Okay. So now that we have finished with Virgo, we move on to Libra. And Libra is the Ace of Pentacles. So Libra is about beauty and balance and beginnings of partnerships and bringing things together. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is showing this is a really good time for you to really sink into that earth energy, even though Libra is an air sign, but it is ruled by Venus. Therefore, creating through partnership, creating something new and beautiful is coming your way, Libra. And I really am appreciating all of that balance that you're bringing to this creation as a Libra. Okay, so I'm going to quick post something in the chat so they can look up their signs. And you know, yeah, so this is likely not to get posted because nobody else is showing up, but I will do this little free reading for this person just because I'm here to serve community and they're the person who showed up. Okay, so let me give you a link. Let's see here. I am just going to pull up my free chart. Okay. And I'll put a link in there so you can look this up for yourself. Okay. So be just a moment. I am just getting that link pulled up. All right. So if you don't know your zodiac sign, you can look it up here. And you do need, if you don't have your time of birth, that's okay, but we do need you to put the year in. I am not going to do this for you. I'm just going to continue on with this reading. And if you're able to get me the information, I can pull a card for each of you and see what the month of March has to say. And it's up to you to decide and take action on that, whether it's within your relationship or within some other area of your life, because we never know what the cards are going to say, but the cards never lie. Okay. So I appreciate you being here, and I am going to move on to the next card. So that was Libra. So now we are going into Scorpio. Scorpio is King of Swords. So Scorpio is all about the big, deep. It's all about the big, deep. Going deep into knowledge, going deep into study, very intense. And with the King of Swords, this shows that this is the month where you are going to be going deep into strategizing your life, into learning ways where you can master your mind and become a master of creation through mind mastery. There's all sorts of resources here on YouTube. I believe very strongly in using your intuition or what you're already aligned with in mind mastery, whether it's meditation, whether it's other practices, ritual practices. You're more than welcome to do that. Okay. Well, hello, the official ambassador of the mulatto race. I'm just going through the cards right now. And we have just done Scorpio, which is the King of Swords. And this is for the month of March. And whether you are aligning as Scorpio or not, here we go. What comes after Scorpio? Well, in traditional astrology, it is Sagittarius. But here in the true sidereal visible sky world, it's Ophiuchus. And with Ophiuchus, we have temperance. So anybody who resonates as an Ophiuchus sign, either sun, moon, um, or rising sign, Ophiuchus with temperance is about connecting with the balance of this world and the spiritual world. And this is where the magic happens. When you're able to hold your cups and have the magic flowing back and forth, this is one of the few cards that actually has an angel on it. It signifies the divine, and with Ophiuchus being a divine being from a human being. That's who Ophiuchus is. He's a snake bearer. And in temperance, he's bearing two cups going back and forth. So cups have to do with our emotions, our intuition, and what our heart is teaching us intuitively. And stand with one foot in the water and one foot on land. That's how temperance goes. So CS aspirants, I did put that link here in the chat where you can go and type in your birth information and find out what true sidereal sign you are. And you'd look for the sun, which is just a little circle with a dot in it, or you can, and so that'll tell you your sun sign. Okay. We do need the year as well as, well, I guess we probably don't need the year, but okay, you got the diagram, but you don't understand it. Okay. So it would be a circle with a dot in the middle. Wow, this is some basic stuff that I tell you what, I will pull these for you at the end, and then I will probably recut this just as a tarot reading. So, official ambassador of the mulatto race, my plan was to go over each of the signs with a tarot card and how it relates to this month of March, which is eclipse season, which is Venus in retrograde. So we are reworking and rethinking all of our creative projects, our emotional connections, what we value in life, how we handle the things we value, what tools we have to use. And then Mercury goes retrograde on the 14th of March, and that's the same time as the lunar eclipse. And with those dates, we have a very strong portal for messages from spirit that comes from Mercury. And with an eclipse, there's always a portal. So with that, you have to be aware of a lunar eclipse being a portal having to do with the subconscious psychic mind. So it's a very psychic day. So be aware of that for that day. Prepare yourself for that day. Don't let anything detract you or make you feel spacey that day. And of course, Venus will be retrograde this whole time, having you review all of your emotions. But let's move on to the next sign. We just did Ophiuchus. So our next sign is Sagittarius, and I myself have a Sagittarius rising. So this is important to me, and it might be to you too. So this is the sun in Sagittarius. So the sun sign is good fortune. It is being bold and bright and drawing on your inner spirit, that solar energy. And as you move through the world, you might be as a child, but you're riding a tall steed and you're carrying the flag of your sovereignty, even as a child. So there's a playfulness with the sun because it's childlike, but there's also just an innate natural power, surrounded by sunflowers behind, and sunflowers, they have so many seeds, they're so fruitful, they multiply. This is a card of good fortune for any Sagittarius, which is all about exploring things, both in the physical world and travel, and also intellectually love exploring different ideas, love encountering new concepts, um, new artistic endeavors, anything that's new to them, and learning about that and expanding their horizons, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is very, very expansive indeed. Okay, official ambassador of the mulatto race. No, uh, off topic with the question that I was going to pose. Hope I didn't disrupt the stream too much. No, not at all. Not at all. Nobody is interrupting the stream here. That's what the stream is for. This is a community live stream. It's for you guys. I'm just trying to go with the flow, so anybody watching this on the replay will get a little bit of insight for March 2025 and what's going on with them in particular based on their zodiac sign and how that melds with the tarot. Okay. So I'm just gonna, we're on, we only have 3 more of the zodiac sign because there's 13 in the True Sidereal Zodiac. So after our aspirational and optimistic Sagittarians, we move into the climbing Capricorn. Capricorn is getting the 2 of Wands, which is the person holding a globe in one hand, representing what they want to see in the world. And then there are 2 wands that are firmly established. One is looking standing on a castle, very earthy, looking over the sea, very watery, in the air, and then wands are fire, but it's stable fire. So for Capricorns, this is something that Capricorns are great workers. They're super responsible people. This is a good time for you to sort of look at the bigger picture and be open to spirit giving you messages, especially from either a spirit guide or a spiritual person in your life, to keep you grounded and rooted and say, hey, yeah, you can create from here. You don't have to go back to a mountain. You can look and wait and see what comes your way. You don't always have to be climbing the mountain. You can allow things to happen in your life and still be stable and still be forward thinking and still be aspirational and still be ambitious. Some things just come to you. And that's the message I'm getting from spirit right now for Capricorn. So then we have, okay, our next one after Capricorn is Aquarius. And Aquarius is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sign in line with ruled by Uranus, which is sort of the universe's antenna for telling us what the wider universe has to say and has to teach us. And we have Ace of Wands. So I really like this for Capricorn, because the Ace of Wands is definitely a card of new beginnings, not Capricorn, but for Aquarius. Oh, you missed your Sagittarius. Oh, well, Chiron, you can go back and we can look at, I'm gonna put this up on the replay. This is my very first live, you guys. So I have no idea how any of this works. So here we are. Um, all right. And so we did Aquarius. Let's go a little bit more into that Ace of Wands. One is a new beginning. It's the instigator. It's the lit match. Ace of Wands is very much the lit match. It is the wizard's staff because it's literally a hand holding it out with, a hand, clouds holding it out. There we go. It's it can be very intense. So, I mean, there's plenty of air there to keep the fire going, and there's plenty of magic there. This is your chance to use your magic wand, magic staff to begin building that, whatever it is that you are building for humanity, for community, for diversity. So if people don't know this, I'm all about diversity, equity, and inclusion here on my channel because that's what Aquarius age is about, and that's what we are setting the groundwork for. Is making sure that everybody gets to do what they need to do in their life and be who they want to be and who they identify as. So, all right. So I appreciate people who have shown up in the chat. And there's one final sign that I'm pulling a card for, and that is Pisces. So there we go, Pisces. We have the death card. All right, Pisces. Death means death, life, rebirth, transformation. And whether that's a sun rising or a sun setting over the hill, I don't know. We do have that rose on there. That rose inverted means matter over spirit. And with the pointing petal down, matter over spirit. And so this is saying something that matters to you in the material world is coming to an end. And it will be time for the cycle to begin again and give you something new, because spirit always brings something new. Energy never ends. It just transforms into a different form. So this is a sign of transformation for all the Pisceans out there. And this is going to be a big, big month for Pisces. A bunch of planets are lined up in Pisces for the month of March. Okay. So now it does say something crazy like share screen here. So I'm going to see if I can pull up, let's see, pull something up in my thing here to show what all is going on in Pisces if I do a share screen. Because I didn't think I could share the screen. Let's see, window, here we go. So I'm going to see if I can share that. I hope you all can see this because this would make my life so much easier. So in the lower right-hand side of this is this purple guy here, this sort of pinky Piscean guy. And there is Chiron, and there is Venus, and there is Neptune, and there is the moon, and there is the North Node, and there is Mercury. And these are all lined up in Pisces on March 1st. All of this is happening in Pisces. Even here we have Capricorn just entering Pisces on March 1st. Wow, is what I have to say. And the sun is in Aquarius right now. So what happens with these different elements in a water sign? Let's just simplify it that way. We have Saturn, which is the lord of matter and boundaries. And he's entering a place, and he's a earth sign. So what happens to earth when you toss it in the ocean? It starts to break apart. So anything on this earth that's created could break apart in Pisces. I'm very familiar with Saturn in Pisces. It's my birth sign, and I am having my Saturn return this year. The next we're going to look at is Mercury, which is all about fluid thought, fluid mind. Mercury, which will be going retrograde in the middle of the month in Pisces, right now is in Pisces. So we're starting out in Pisces. So you can start setting that intention to go with the flow of what Mercury is going to be bringing to you during the retrograde. Mercury, when it goes into retrograde, it does a little loop-de-loop. It goes like this from our point of view on the earth. I mean, it goes around the sun like this, but we have our own rotation around the sun. And why we say things are in retrograde is because they appear to be going backwards. So it's going like this, and then it goes like that. So this is the retrograde. It goes like this. Oh, starts turning around, turn around, turn around. Oh, then it goes back. And what's happening is it's barreling towards us. And Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So get ready for those messages and, connect with Pisces and say, hey, I want to be cool and groovy about whatever Mercury has to say to me for the rest of this month, and especially at the end of this month and the beginning of next month. Okay. North Node represents what we are excited about and aspiring to be as a collective with this March 1st. And how you want to aspire towards your highest good is definitely something that is of a more spiritual nature, of a creative nature, of understanding that spirit is connected to matter and matter is connected to spirit, because you've got the two curves and then that Pisces right in the middle. Okay. So hopefully you all saw that. And then the moon in Pisces right, today as of early this morning. I think it's probably still in Pisces, but Neptune is in its native sign here in Pisces. So you get the double whammo of the Neptune. And then we have our Venus in retrograde. And Venus stationing retrograde in Pisces is all about dissolving and letting go of what you no longer need, both in the physical world of the things you have and emotional world of the people around you. This is a huge reset that's happening here in Pisces. And with Saturn, the slow mover, it's going to take a while for Saturn to get beyond all this. Okay. All right. And then the final piece here is Chiron, which is the ruler for Ophiuchus, which is all about healing and rebirth. And Chiron is about uniting, the deep parts of your psyche with, aspiration to bring things to the surface. Chiron is all about shadow work and being able to find the key, because it really looks like a key, to rise up and bring to the surface and bring into harmony what you need to do from your shadow side and your fears and anxieties. So with it here in Pisces, there's that going with the flow, that this is, the key to this is understanding that, spirit will be there. You're not letting go of spirit if you're trying to bring things to the surface. You're bringing things into the world of matter so it could be understood and transformed again through spirit. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing at this point. Oh, can't see my screen? Ah, suck. I don't know why it gave me the option. Oh, well, that's what I thought. So I'm going to type in. Sorry, hopefully you got stuff out of that. It was sharing the whole screen, and I should have checked with you guys. I am so sorry. And I think are you the only one here, or did everybody leave? I think everybody left. Hey, tell me if you're here. Put something in the chat and say if somebody's here or if we abandoned Beth. I think we're going to wrap it up. And I might try doing this again next month, depending on how things go with stuff. If I try and do this monthly, or maybe I'll do a recorded one next month and see how that goes. Anywho, maybe in 6 months we'll try again. I'm so new to YouTube, you guys. So I appreciate you. And if there's anybody listening that the studio is telling me no, then, I wish you a blessed day and a wonderful March. And I wanted to go deep on some other things, but that's okay. Sometimes that's not how it works. So you have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.